My makeup is a mess to affect my inner turmoil. Hello strangers, I'm Ravenna and I am going to uni soon. I meant to make videos about it, but I disappeared for a while for whatever reason. So I thought I'd talk about the 10 things I'm looking forward to about university. These ain't in any particular order. I think some of these will apply to me and a lot of these probably won't apply to most people. To start, having my own bathroom. My room's an ensuite, and like most British universities you don't actually share your room, so it's mine. I also like having my own bathroom would be really handy when it comes to dyeing this monster, because right now I have to do it in my room. Dye goes everywhere, at least in a bathroom. If it spills, it won't be carpet and I can wipe it easier. Another thing I'm looking forward to is having overhead lighting. For those who are not aware, the light in my room has been broken for years and I've had to use a lamp all this time, and even though I've got a really tall one right now, it's still really annoying and it's not quite overhead. And also like I have to come into the rooms, which is really annoying when it's really dark, which it is most of the time in Scotland. So I have to like come in the room to turn the light on, so I'm wandering about in the dark, my mess of a room. And no matter how many times I tidy it, it's always a mess. That's just who I am as a person. Number 3-ish, it's not really. Meeting new people. Where I live is really isolated, so I don't really know anyone who lives here anymore. Well, I don't really have any friends down here because everyone I was friends with moved away. It's like a curse. Everyone just left, except me. But now I'm finally leaving. Which brings me to point 4. Not living here anymore. The main problem about living here is it's just really isolated and I can't get the bus to anywhere. I can drive now, but still everything's like half an hour away or 15 minutes. Everything's a drive away, which is annoying. Like a lot of times I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered to leave the house. I know when you live in a town it could be 10 minutes or in a city, whatever, it still takes a while to get to places, but it'd be nice for things to just be there and be in walking distance. That'd be great. It'd be great to be able to walk to things and just be closer to more of the stuff that's happening, like concerts and that, because there's nothing down here. It sucks down here. Don't move down to this area. Don't live in the south of Scotland. The other thing I'm looking forward to is being independent. I live with my parents right now and it's just, there's a lot of frustrating things about that, and I'm just really ready to be in charge of myself and try and do my own thing. I mean, it might be a disaster, it will be a disaster at some times, but I'm ready for that. I want to be more independent. Another thing I'm looking forward to is having more space. Okay, this one probably just sounds really weird to people because like dorm rooms. I'm moving into the residence state, like the university's dorms, rooms, whatever, halls, whatever you want to call it. And it's just like a room and we share like a lounge and kitchen. But this house is tiny and annoying. This is an attic roof and it's a really low down one as things go on. It's okay like here, but I couldn't do this in most parts of my room without touching the ceiling. Like you can see it goes really low back there. And also I'm going to have this room, so basically it just means I'm going to have my stuff spread between 2 places. I don't have enough wardrobe space in my room because that is a dumb wardrobe and it's really annoying because it's not long enough, so it's just like the clothes bunch at the bottom. And if you've seen my kitchen, it's tiny, so even though it's going to be a kitchen and living room, that's huge in comparison. I'm going to have more space. Most people won't, but I am. I'm pretty sure the room has at least the same walking space as this room does. Having a reason to own all this stationery. I own a hell of a lot of stationery. I own a lot of notebooks, I own a lot of pens and pencils that I don't use because I'm not in school anymore. I do use my notebooks because I still prefer writing on paper when I do my writing and when I take notes for videos. I'm kind of a half person. Like I write on my laptop now, but I still like working stuff out on a notebook. And I always carry a notebook with me. Also, just paper lasts more. Like you find paper. You never, if something happens to your computer, that's all lost. There's a theory that there's just going to stop being evidence of this time period because everything's online. They'll never be able to know about the horror of MySpace because that's online in like databases just go down. The internet, while out there, it can just disappear. Like I said, I have a lot of stray shit. I like buying stray shit. I bought a massive box of pens, 50 pens in it, all back. And I still bought more pens after that. And I already had those to begin with. I didn't need to buy any stray shit to go to uni. Still did it. Still doing it. Another one is perhaps not being covered in animal hair. Everything I own covered in animal hair. I have 3 cats and 2 dogs, and the cats, they cast all the time. So like if you pick them up, that hair will stick with you forever. So I still think I'll probably still be covered in cat hair and dog hair, but not as much. And last but not least, the last thing I'm looking forward to do is actually starting my course. Imagine that. I'm actually excited to learn the thing I've applied to learn about. I've already said what my course is, but if you don't know, it's to do with cameras. And that's how I'm gonna, it's cameras and writing. That's just what I'm gonna tell people it is. So if you're going to university, what are you looking forward to and what are you studying? I know a lot of people have started uni in college in America, but most people haven't started in Britain yet, I believe. I'm actually getting my accommodation keys very soon. Like it's a week before anyone's gonna show up, but still I'm going up there to see my accommodation because I just wanted to see what it actually looks like and be in it to prepare myself, which I know is weird, but I'm autistic. I like knowing what I'm getting into. So I will see you guys next time where I will be discussing things I'm kind of worried about. See you later, weirdos. Farewell. This is my monthly wrap up for the month of August. And I legit can't believe August is over and I am going to uni first. First. I'm going to uni first. I'm the first person ever to go to uni. In fact, I build universities just to go to them.